Hey friend, did you know we can make prints like this using turmeric? It's less printmaking and more of like a photography thing because these are anthotypes. Anthotypes are created whenever you take a really pigmented photosensitive substance from nature like berries or turmeric, and you mix it together with something like rubbing alcohol and you create a mixture that is photosensitive. When exposed to UV lights, that mixture will lighten. If you take an object and you put it on top of a paper with your mixture, it's gonna block those UV lights. And the spot where your object was at is gonna leave this really contrasted shadow that's gonna look really cool, like these. We're gonna start by turning off that light so it's a little bit dimmer in here. Hope you can still see. I need about 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric and I need about 1/4 of a cup of rubbing alcohol. It doesn't have to be exact, so don't worry if it's not. In fact, I don't have a teaspoon, so we're eyeballing that. Have a measuring cup that says 1/4 of a cup, so we're gonna use that. You don't have to do anything special here, you just gotta stir it on up. You can use this mixture as is, or you can strain it. I like to strain it first, and I will say a cheesecloth would be really great for this because these pieces of turmeric are really, really fine. These are light sensitive, so as you're painting it on and they're drying, you do wanna leave them in a darker area until you're ready to start the exposure process. Again, we want these to dry in a nice little dark corner, so I have them tucked away here from the sun, and we're gonna come back in about an hour. When it comes to the exposure process, you do need some direct sunlight. I have this guy on this table right here, and I have these guys underneath this plant light, and then these are under this plant light. I put this one under some glass just to keep those leaves kind of flattened down. The longer you leave these exposed to some UV light, the greater the contrast is gonna be between your covered areas and your exposed areas. I would say leave them for at least an hour under exposure and light, but after that, it just comes down to what you want your final product to look like. Okay, it's been a couple hours and we're gonna make our developer. When I say developer, it's not the same thing as developing film. Nothing is gonna completely stop these anthotypes from continuing to lighten with the sun, but this will slow it down. So right here we have one of the anthotypes that's been sitting for a couple hours. It had the leaves on and it was underneath one of the lamps. I'm gonna stir this like a little bit. So I'm putting this into the mixture. I'm just kind of moving it around, and when I pull it out, I can see a little bit more of the detail of some of the sun print. This is also gonna shift colors. I don't know how dramatically just yet, but it is definitely gonna shift more towards that russet color as it dries. So hours later, these are our final results. I feel like these two are the ones that came out the very best. I definitely wanna play with this a little bit more. I do think the UV light helped a lot more with the purple light. Just giving some direct light down on it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I do want to play with it, see if I can refine it a little bit more and figure things out. So if you have any like comments, tips, or tricks for how to do anthotypes even better, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.